Hello everyone, my name is Kirti and I am an assistant professor in ITM. Today I am going to discuss the concept of annuities and this is part 13. Annuities. An annuity is a periodical level payment made in exchange at the purchase money for the remainder of the lifetime of a person or for a specified period. The recipient is usually as an annuitant. In annuity contract, the insurer undertakes to pay certain level sums periodically up to death or expiry of the term. Since at the early death the insurer doesn't suffer loss, no medical examination necessary. However, evidence of age is essential at the time of proposal. So basically, annuity is a device through which you can make a periodical level at the younger age. Basically it has been purchased. So at the younger age, when your working position is good or you can work a lot, you have the ability, you have the strength, so that you just submit the money at a plan that is called annuity, so that whenever there is a age above 60, when there is a retirement age and you don't have the pension plan, that time this plan, annuity plans, come into your way and that will help you in the form of pension. Means it provide you a periodical level payment, either monthly, quarterly or yearly, right? So this is beneficial to those who do not want to leave amount for others but want to use their money during their lifetime. So during the lifetime they may make maximum use of the money by purchasing annuity, which is not possible otherwise. The payment of annuity generally continues up to the life, so the premium rate is determined according to the longevity. The amount of premium is higher at younger age, and with at this age which you can pay a lot or you will club the money a lot, and lower at advanced age, right? Classification of annuities. So the annuities can be defined according to commencement of income, number of lives covered, mode of payment of premium and disposition of proceeds. So number one is annuities according to commencement of income. In this, number one is immediate annuity, second is annuity due, and third one is deferred annuity. So immediate annuity means that commences immediately after the end of the first income period. For example, if the annuity is to be paid annually, the first installment will be paid at the expiry of the 1 year. Similarly, in half year annuity, the payment will begin at the end of the 6 months. So the annuity page is always asked for at the time of entry. The advantage of this is with the help of that it is possible to obtain a larger income than can be secured from the yield of investments. The form of contract is of special interest to person without dependence and it provides maximum possible consistent income. Next is annuity due. Under this annuity, the payment of installment starts from the time of contract. The first payment is made as soon as the contract is finalized. The premium is generally paid in single amount. So the difference between the annuity due and immediate annuity is that the payment for each period is paid in its beginning under the annuity due contract, while at the end of the period in immediate annuity contract. The annuity due contract is beneficial for actuarial valuation. Actuarial valuation means, who is actuarial? Actuarial is the person who is responsible for calculating the premium. Next is deferred annuity. A deferred annuity receives premium and investment changes for payout at a later date. The payout might be a very long time. Deferred annuities for retirement can remain in the deferred stages for decades. In other words, we can say that under this annuity, the payment of annuity starts after a deferment period or at the attainment by the annuitant of a specific age. The premium may be paid as a single premium or in installments. The payment of premium continues until the stated date for commencement of the installments or until prior death of the annuitant. At the death, the premium may be turned without interest. The deferred annuity can be surrendered for cash amount or cash option at the end of or before the deferment period. Now moving to annuities according to the single life annuity. Under this annuity, one single person following is contracted. This annuity is most beneficial to those who have no dependent and want to sell all the saving during his lifetime. Multiple life annuity. In this annuity, more than one life is contracted. The annuity is of two types: joint life annuity and joint life annuity, where payment of annuity stops at the first death, and second is last surveyor annuity, where payment continues up to the death of the last person of the group. Next is annuities according to the mode of premium. So in this, number one is level premium annuities. For availing this annuity, the annuitant can deposit some amounts periodically, so that at the end he can get sufficient amount of annuity in equal installments. During the accommodation period, that is before commencement of the payment of annuity, he is given option to get the surrender value in cash or to get the paid up value reduced in proportion to the premium payable. At the death of the depositor, the beneficiary can get the surrender value or premium paid, whichever is higher. Second is single premium annuities. So this annuity is in this case is purchased by payment of a single premium. Generally, the life insurance amount is utilized for purchasing this annuity. Next is annuities according to the disposition of proceeds. So the annuity according to the classification may be life annuity and guaranteed minimum annuities, and temporary annuity and retirement annuity policy. So life annuity, this annuity offers a regular income to the annuitant throughout the lifetime. No payment is made after his life for a longer period than expected. He is benefited by the annuity. In this case, dependents may be at loss because the earning member of the family who had accumulated a large amount couldn't use the funds at early death. Next is guaranteed minimum annuity. Now, in this annuity, payment up to a period is guaranteed by the insurer. If the annuitant dies before the specified period, annuity will continue up to the unexpired period. The annuity may be of two types. Number one is immediate annuity with guaranteed payment, and second is deferred annuity with guaranteed payment. Immediate annuity with guaranteed payment. So to safeguard the loss in case of early death of the annuitant, his annuity is issued where payment for a fixed number of years will continue irrespective of death. Sometimes, instead of continuing the annuity payment after death of the policyholder, the difference of the purchase money and annuity installments already paid in returned as a lump sum to the legal representative of the annuitant. The annuity may be of two types. First, where payment is continued up to the fixed period and up to the life thereafter. So the corporation issue the second type of annuity where payments are guaranteed for 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years and thereafter up to the life. It means that payments certainly be made up to the period whether the annuitant is alive or dead within this period, and if the annuitant survives after period, he is paid annuity up to this survival. Next is deferred annuity with guaranteed payment. So during the deferment period, there is a difference between the annuity and ordinary deferred annuity. After deferment period, the payment under this policy will continue for a fixed period, say 5, 10, 15 or 20 years. Promises to pay a lump sum to the beneficiary or the annuitant's estate. The difference, if any, between the total of annuities received before the annuity death and the purchase price. Next is temporary life annuity. So under this plan, annuity payment ceases at the end of a specified period or at the death, whichever is earlier. The corporation does not issue such annuity. And last is retirement annuity policy. This annuity is useful for employees at the time of retirement. This annuity is issued under the following condition. Number one, the main object of the annuity contract must be the provision of life annuity to the individual in old age. Second, during the life of the individual, no sum other than the annuity to the individual shall be payable under the contract. Third, all annuities must be payable in India only. Fourth, the annuity must commence between the age of 58 and 68. Fifth, the annuity payable shall not be capable of surrender, commutation or assignment. Sixth, the annuity will ordinarily be payable for the life of the annuitant, but if so desired, provision can be made for annuity to continue for a specified period, notwithstanding the death of the annuitant within the term or condition that such period of guarantee for payment of the annuity does not exceed 10 years. So this is the whole concept of annuity. I hope everything has been clear to you. So thank you so much.